Hey everyone, it's James Montemagno, a software developer here at Seton Corp. You might have seen me and remember me from CES demos that were on the web, but I'm here back showing you an update to our Windows Phone 7 companion application. If you've gone ahead and read through the blog post, I've kind of outlined some of the different changes that we've made recently, but I want to kind of give you guys a hands-on as to what's really going on and kind of get the feel and look of it as well, because screenshots don't always give it justice. So when you jump right into the application, companion app, what you're presented with is the home pivot. So what you're seeing here is all of your galleries and your personal collections and your favorites and the ability to just quickly kind of press universal search and go and search. Kind of everything, boom, right here. Everything that you kind of would want to access right away. We thought about navigation, the look and feel of the Metro, so the spacing, the icons, the fonts, the accents, and that's kind of represented throughout the entire application as well. And you'll kind of notice that as I kind of flip through the pivots and go into go a little bit deeper into some of the areas. But one thing to point out here, and what you're seeing, is some live information. So next to Movie Gallery, for instance, here, you're actually seeing that something was recently added or newly available to me in the Movie Gallery, because I haven't checked it today at all. So if I was to go ahead and jump in there, that'd be updated, and then I could view what's kind of newly available to me, which is nice. And all of these sections will update as well. So you kind of, at one glance, just by booting up the companion application, you can see anything that was just newly available to me, which we think is really cool. If I go ahead into the next pivot, which is pretty fully fledged because you have a lot when it comes to television. We really thought that television deserved its own pivot. So what you're seeing here is all your different navigation, so things like television guide, channels, recorded TV, your premieres, and even the ability to manage all of your recordings and series recordings are all right there available to you. But what's kind of cool is we have a lot of information available to us, and we wanted to find a way where you don't have to go that extra level deep, where you can actually just at a glance see anything that's upcoming or was recently available on your queue. So here on the very bottom here we see our next recordings that are available coming up. So you can see, like, tonight I'm recording The Office. I can see that it's in HD. I can see that it's going to be at 9 p.m. recording on channel 105 on King here in Seattle, which is really cool because a lot of times I'm out and about. I just want to grab my phone, want to see what's recording, what's going to be available tonight when I come home. And now I can do that just at one glance. I don't need to go into view and manage my recordings. It's just boom, right available to me right on the home screen here. If we go ahead one more pivot, this is kind of our recent pivot. And what this is kind of representing, anything that was kind of recently done in any of the sections and available to us. So even though on the home screen we kind of got a good glance of just numbers and what's kind of there, we're actually able to just bring in that data and just present it to you in this nice little recent pivot. So for instance, here we have recently added movies to our collection and also recently recorded TV. So for instance, I recently purchased The Muppets, so when I go ahead and select The Muppets under there, it's going to go ahead and just bring me right into the details where I can read the full summary, see when it came out, the runtime, the ratings, everything like that. And watch a trailer if I wanted to here. We can see a little bit of redesign. And if I go back out of here, it's nice because these are things that are just recently added. And I don't have to go into my collections or to my gallery. It's all, boom, right there available to me. Same with the recorded television, because a lot of times I come home, just want to watch what was recently recorded, and now I don't have to go down into anywhere. I just flip over to my recent pivot, and as you can see, I've been recording a lot of movies. For instance, last thing I was recorded would be Crank here. You can see there was an HD, how long it is, and if I go ahead and select that and hold it down, we can see the background and everything else fades out, but Crank and this context menu comes to the foreground. And this allows me to easily watch or delete or manage my recordings, anything that was recent, right with just one click, basically. So I don't have to go any further deeper than that, which is really cool. So we're kind of bringing in a lot of content that's available to you, and present it in a nice way right on your home screen. Kind of makes it feel alive as well. So as you can see, as we've been flipping through, it's a real detail to Metro. We want it to feel like a native application. We want to make it feel like a Windows Phone 7 application. So like I said, the icons, the fonts, the accent colors, and the theming in general is throughout the entire application. And obviously this is the dark theme with the mango accent, but like I showed in some of the shots, we also pay respect to if you like the light or dark theme. So if you go ahead and flip over to the light theme, for instance, and we'll select purple as the accent color. If we go ahead and launch back into the companion application, what's going to happen here is you'll see all the icons update, all the text is updated with new colors, and we really pay homage to what's great about Metro and the customization that you have on your phone. So all the accent colors and everything are there and updated and presented nicely to you throughout the entire application. So even if we go into the Muppets, for instance, and look at the details, that everything is there, even to the star rating, to get that accent color, which is great. So obviously we're hard at work working on a lot of different stuff. This is kind of a first entry into the blog series with the hands-on of the companion applications. So definitely check back for more. We expect to do stuff on iOS, Android. It's all coming up. We're getting really excited, and we want to show you guys more and more and more. So hope to do these very, very often. So the next thing I kind of want to show off is all that TV goodness that we kind of flip through, from the guide to the channels to all your recordings, and how you get to manage that and view it and schedule all your recordings as well, which I think is really cool. Then of course we'll go into Android and iOS stuff as well. So thanks for the time and checking it out, and we'll see you soon.